Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name's Natalie and I do videos on handbag reviews, unboxings, a bit of luxury eye candy. So if you're into any of those, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you back. So in today's video, I'll be doing a review on the Louis Vuitton Eva Clutch. So I wasn't planning on doing a review on this bag just because it has been discontinued for a couple of years now, but I did get a couple of requests from you guys from my previous handbag collection video that you'd like to see a review on the Eva Clutch. And I know some of you have been eyeing this bag and looking on the pre-loved market for it. So I thought I would just do a review on this bag just because it is so beautiful and it is Louis Vuitton and you know how much I love Louis Vuitton. So yeah, let's get into the review. So this is the Louis Vuitton Eva Clutch in the Damier Ebene print. It also comes in the Monogram canvas and Damier Azur canvas. So with the Damier Ebene and Damier Azur prints of the Eva Clutch, it does come with a giant gold plaque here. So it's very shiny and it's just got engraved Louis Vuitton and a address. I'm not sure what that stands for, but it's just got that all engraved there, and it's got the 4 grommets there to hold it in place, so it's kind of like a plaque. And I know with the Monogram canvas it is different, so it's just got a smaller plaque just at the top there, and it just says Louis Vuitton engraved in cursive writing. I'll insert a picture if I can find a photo for you of what it looks like, but the shape and everything else is the same. It comes with the same chain at the front. So the main difference is just the gold plaque and obviously the canvas print itself. So one of the iconic features of the Eva Clutch is the gold chain that just hangs off here. So it's very much like the mini pochette. So I've got the mini pochette here and you'll see that it just hangs off like that. The only thing is with the mini pochette, it's a lot smaller. The chain loops are a lot smaller and it's a lot lighter. Whereas with the Eva Clutch, it's a lot more weighty, and you can see that the chain loops are quite circular and just a lot more substantial. So with the chain detailing, it is also functional too. So you can pop it up like that and use it as a shoulder bag like that. Or you could detach it on one side. So just like with the mini pochette, it's detachable on one side. So it's just got the little LV clasp there. And then you can attach it to the other D-ring on the other side like that. And then just use it as a wristlet. So you could just use it like that. Or you could just use it as a little clutch, so just hold it like that. So it's very similar to the mini pochette, but it's a lot more bigger, and it also comes with a shoulder strap. So that's why it's classified as a bag, just because it's got this shoulder strap on it. And this is a long strap that you can use crossbody or over the shoulder. I will just say that the shoulder strap on the Eva Clutch is extremely long and it's not adjustable at all. So it's just one leather piece like that, and on either side it's just got 2 clasps with the LV logos there, and you just clip it onto the D-rings on the Eva Clutch. So just pop it on like that. Very easy to put on and take off. So you've just got the long shoulder strap like that, and because it is so long, I did actually take it into the Louis Vuitton store to get it shortened, just because if I did keep the strap on the original length that it came with, it was so long. It was probably hitting past my, like towards my thigh area, so it was really long. I don't know why they made it so long. I didn't really feel comfortable with it hitting me so low, so I took it into the Louis Vuitton store just to see if they could do anything about it, if they could shorten it somehow, and they could. So it was only like a $35 fee. I was expecting a lot more for some reason to take it in to get it adjusted, but they sent it off. It took about 3 to 4 weeks for them to adjust it, and they actually shaved part of the leather strap off. They only took maybe like 10 centimeters off, so not too much off the strap, but it made a huge difference. It hits me at the perfect length, and I just don't know why I didn't do it sooner. So if you do have the Eva Clutch, or if you're thinking about getting it and the long strap worries you, you can take it into the Louis Vuitton store and they can adjust it for you. I don't know about the fee of how much it'll cost to adjust now, but I wouldn't imagine it will be more than like $50. So take it into the Louis Vuitton store and get it adjusted, because it just makes a world of difference. And I can actually use it as a shoulder bag now, because when it was on the original length, if I tried using it as a shoulder bag, it would just be almost at my knees. So it just looked really awkward. I think the same case with the Alma BB too. If you do have the Alma BB and you find the straps too long, take it into the Louis Vuitton store and just get them to adjust it. And yeah, it just makes a huge difference. So that's just the long shoulder strap. Of course, with the Damier Ebene print, it is the treated coated leather. So it's just the dark chocolate brown color, and it's already treated so it won't get stained. It's weatherproof. Whereas with the Damier Azur and Monogram canvas, it comes with the vachetta leather, which is that lighter leather, which gets stained pretty easily, and you have to be careful of it from watermarks or just anything like that. So this I found is a lot more carefree, and because it was my first Louis Vuitton bag, I wanted to keep it as pristine as possible and take care of it, so that's why I went with the Damier Ebene print. The only thing is that the plaque at the front here gets scratched up really easily just because it is quite large and it's so shiny, and because the chain kind of, if you're moving about or walking, it kind of just scratches up against it, so this gets scratched up really easily, so just bear that in mind. I did mention in my previous handbag collection video that I stuck like a little protective sticker on it. So you know, like the phone screen protectors, I would cut around and measure it out and stick it on. So that kind of protected it for a while, but over time it just got tacky and I peeled it off. So there are a lot of hairline scratches, but it's nothing major considering how long I've had it. It's still held up really well. So that's the outside of the bag. There's nothing else to it at the back. It's just got this nice pleating details on the side, so it's got the piping around the edges and then it's folded in like that, and it's got the little gold buckle there that has LV engraved on it. So I love the little touches that has, even this tiny little gold buckle there has a LV logo, so it's just like a rounded bottom. There's no structure, but that's completely fine because it is a smaller bag anyway, so you can't really stuff it too much. And yeah, there's not much else to it, just the D-rings on either sides as you saw. The made in tab is on the side here, so it just says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France. So that's where you'll find the made in stamp. At the top here we've got the LV zipper pull, so that just has LV on it. And mine is quite worn. The gold of it's starting to fade, it's slowly becoming silver. But I think that's just normal wear and tear, and it's held up extremely well given how long I've had it and how much I've used it. This was my go-to bag back then just because it was my very first Louis Vuitton piece and I used it everywhere I went. You could use it on a daily basis, you could just have it like that over your shoulder or crossbody, or you could take it on evening outs, just detaching the shoulder straps and then using it as a little handbag. So this was such a versatile piece, and I don't know why Louis Vuitton discontinued it because it's absolutely gorgeous. When I purchased the Eva Clutch, there was a very similar bag called the Favorite. I think that's also being discontinued too. I know it's really hard to get your hands on now, and I think they are phasing that bag out, which is unfortunate because it's such a nice and functional crossbody bag. It's so versatile, so I don't know why Louis Vuitton are discontinuing all these really pretty and amazing bags. But anyway, that one has a flip closure on it, and that was my deciding factor between the two, just because they were very similar in size and the way they looked. They both have this gold chain and they also had a long crossbody strap too. So they were very similar, and I was tossing up between the two, but at the end of the day, I decided to go with the Eva Clutch just because it did have a zipper pull. It was a lot more secure, and as I said, it was my very first Louis Vuitton bag, so I just wanted something that I could use and kind of not have to worry too much about it and be carefree with it. So that's why I went with the Eva Clutch, and also I prefer the look of the straps just because with the Favorite bag, it's got one clasp on one side of the leather strap, and then on the other side it's just the end of the leather and you just loop it through and tie it like a little knot. So I kind of worried that maybe that'll wear over time or the leather would get really soft and wear really quickly, so I just much prefer the clasps. So that's why I went with the Eva Clutch, and I don't regret it at all. I do really like the look of the Favorite, but I love the Eva Clutch too. So there was no point in me getting both of them. Anyway, we're just going on a complete tangent there. Let's get back to the Eva Clutch. So the Eva Clutch just has a zipper pull at the top, so it just opens like that, and I just keep it stuffed with the dust bag and some tissue paper. So when you open the bag, you've got the gorgeous red interior lining. So it's just a fabric lining that comes with all Damier Ebene bags or Damier Ebene print SLGs, or most of them anyway. And inside, so at the part where the zipper ends when you open it up, you've got the date code there, so it's just like a little leather tab. So that's where you can find your date code. And there's nothing to it, there's no pockets or anything. You'll notice here that there's 4 little spots of gold, and that's just because that's holding the plaque in place. So this is quite a substantial chunky piece. I don't know if you can see, it kind of sticks out. So it is quite substantial, and just holding it in place to make it sure it's secure is the stitching and just the 4 grommets there, which is these 4 grommets there. So this is a really good bag for every day, just because you do have the option of having it crossbody and also for evening out and for events and concerts, just because it is quite small, and when you go to concert venues, they do have a limit to the size of bag you can take in. I know you're not allowed to take backpacks and even handbags because they can be quite big. You're not allowed to take them in just because of security purposes. So this bag fits perfectly in the parameters of what you can take into the venue, and this holds everything that I need and more. So I just love this bag for everything, and because I did purchase this back in uni, this was my go-to bag for everything. I would take this out to parties, a lot of 21st parties, a lot of clubbing nights. This would be my go-to bag just because it is the Damier Ebene print as well. It's got the coated leather, so it won't get stained. If people spill drinks on it, it's completely fine. You could just wipe it off and the leather won't get stained or anything, and it just holds all my essentials in here. So I'll show you everything that fits inside, just kind of realistically what I would normally carry with me, and you'll see just how much this thing holds. And I think it's held up super well given how long I've had it too. So yeah, let's get into everything that fits inside the Eva Clutch. So the first thing I have here is my wallet. So this is the wallet I'm currently using at the moment. It's just the compact wallet from Louis Vuitton. I think it's the zippy coin purse. So it's just a small compact wallet, and that fits perfectly inside like that. I also have my keys just hanging off my Orbit key organizer here, and my car fob, so that fits in perfectly. I've also got a hand cream. So this is it's a small hand cream. It's 40 mils, but it's still quite larger than other hand creams. Like I do have a smaller one, but this one will fit perfectly in there too. So that's there. I have a little lip gloss, so Fenty Beauty lip gloss. I have my MAC lipstick. I have hand sanitizer. We always have to have hand sanitizer now. I also have a pack of tissues. I have a little reusable bag. So everywhere we go, we need to take a reusable bag with us if we are shopping or grocery shopping, just because we don't offer plastic bags anymore. So I'll pop that in there. Fits perfectly. So it is getting quite stuffed now. But I also have my blotting sheets. So these are ones that I picked up from Japan a couple of years ago. So these are from Kyoto, and it's just got the very iconic blotting sheets. It's quite large, it's like a large square, but you'll see that fits perfectly in there. So because the bag is rounded at the bottom, you'll find that as you keep putting things in, things tend to move up, or like they move around the bottom, and then it kind of makes it a bit harder to zip up. So you do have to play Tetris a little bit with it. There's still plenty of space left. I also have my mini perfume sample. I also have my key pouch here, so I'm not currently using it at the moment, but let's just say I have some coins in here as a coin purse. So I'll pop that in front of the wallet. So you'll see all that there. And there's still space. I could still put things on this side. What else do I have? I have a little hair tie, my Dior lip glow, so that'll fit in nicely on the side too. So I do have my phone case here. I'm currently filming on my phone, so let's just pretend this is my phone for now, and that'll slot in nicely just at the front. So you'll see everything is jam-packed in there. There's so much going on, and let's just see if it will zip closed. So just push everything down, and as I said earlier, because the bottom is rounded, everything tends to kind of just want to move to the top. So you just squish everything down, and that actually zips perfectly. So you've got everything in here. It is really bulky just because of how many things I've stuffed inside. So that's everything there. It's not too warped or anything, and because it does have the pleated sides, it does give you a little bit more room. So that's what I love about it. And yeah, I just love this gold chain detailing that hangs off, and then you could wear it as a crossbody bag like that. So just comparing it with my mini pochette, you'll see that the Eva Clutch is a lot larger, it's a lot longer, so there's more space in it, and a phone definitely fits in here, whereas with the mini pochette, your phone definitely won't fit unless you do have like a smaller iPhone, but even then it'll be a really tight squeeze just because the opening's not that wide, and it's, yeah, a lot smaller than the Eva Clutch. And just comparing them side by side, so I'll move the chain out the way so you can have a better look. So the Eva Clutch is a lot wider, and it's got that pleating detail there, so it gives it a lot more room, whereas the mini pochette's a lot smaller. So even though the mini pochette's used more as a catch-all inside your other bags or just like a little clutch, you could definitely use it as a mini crossbody bag too, and I've done a whole video on that, so I'll leave that link up here. So it just holds a lot less than the Eva Clutch, but it's very similar and you could definitely get away with using it as a crossbody bag. So that's them side by side again. So if you have been eyeing the Eva Clutch, I would highly recommend it. I'll leave a few links to consignment stores that I know of that sell it down below. I know that Fashion File sell it and they always have a lot in stock in different conditions, so varying from good to very good to excellent. So depending on your budget and whether or not you want it in pristine condition or not, or if you're not too phased about it, they have a lot to choose from. But for my Australian followers, I know that Fashion File is a US based company, so the currency is in USD, so you'll have to convert it to Australian dollars. And I know that the conversion rate's not that great at the moment, and also Fashion File also charge for postage and the tax on top of it. So it can get quite costly. So I will leave a couple of other Australian resellers down below, and they may not have it in stock, but you could always inquire with them and they could source it for you or try and find one for you. They will charge a premium, no doubt, but it probably won't be as much as what the conversion rate and all the postage and tax will be if you were to purchase it from the US. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'll leave all the details down below of anything that I can find. But yeah, that's my review of the Louis Vuitton Eva Clutch. So that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and join me for future videos. I have a lot more content like this planned, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!